Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, happy Friday. Today I'm gonna be using the Druid Craft Tarot deck, which is this deck right here. I trimmed it. It's not very well trimmed, but I love this deck. So we're gonna be using that one today, and I'm also gonna be using the Fairy Forest Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish. I'm gonna do a mini reading today, and this is gonna be for those who are in a job, who are either deciding to leave a job or are in a job but they don't know if that's the right job for them. So the question for this reading is this the right job for me? And like always, we have option 1, 2, and 3. And as always, I like to always make this disclaimer. These readings are general, so they may or may not answer your question. So again, leave what does not resonate, and what does, always listen to your intuition, bottom line, and every situation is different. So again, 1, 2, and 3, and we will get started. So the question is this the right job for me? So we're going to start with number 1. So we're going to put number 2 here, so I know that's the next one, and then we have 3. So number 1. Is this the right job for me? We have the Emperor. This will be the advice card, okay? So I do feel that if you're in this job already, or if you're wanting to apply to this new job, you're either in a leadership position, or you could reach a leadership position in this job. With the Emperor here, I know that you will be assuming a position of authority. There is a lot of competitive and ambition on your side, and I feel like people could see that in your job, or this job will allow you to assume that aspect of yourself. This could also mean that you're either applying for not a very high governmental job, that will be the Hierophant for me, but you will be up there in a up there in the, so you'll go above manager and stuff like that, so you'll be in a good position. Also, I feel that you will bring order to this job and structure, and like I said, you will be respected by other people. There is a high chance of being promoted in this job and making a stable living. That is the Emperor. As well, I am getting for you guys that if you are planning to run your own business, being a CEO, this is a very good card to take, to get. So I feel that this is the right job for you guys. Or if you're planning to apply for this new job, it will lead to stability. It will lead you to a higher position where you could show off your um your skills of leadership, and your structure and your logic and your ambition, and people will like you for that. Okay? And your advice is the Green Man. So take initiative and action. Action is standing out a lot. So if you have not applied, apply for this job. And if you feel like you want to ask for a raise, I highly suggest the action card would be like, take the initiative to take action to ask for that raise. I feel like your answer would be yes. And just that, you're in a fertile time right now. This job, with a lot of green here, there is a lot of growth in this job. You could really get up there in position and pay as well. So I hope you guys liked your reading. If you have any questions, leave them down below. For option number 2. So is this the right job for you guys? Let's see. 5 of Swords. Ooh, a lot of mental conflict. A lot of mental conflict here. I feel like you guys have a lot of pressure or responsibilities in this job. I feel like some of you are already in this job. And there's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of responsibilities being put on you. And I feel like you're really tired. I'm hearing don't sacrifice yourself. Is it worth the sacrifice? There is a lot of mental conflict here. There's a lot of... I'm going to pull another card just to kind of narrow it down a little bit more. The 7 of Wands. So you need to stand up for yourself. This needs to change. Maybe in this job, people are putting a lot of responsibilities on you and pressure on you to do things for them. And I feel like you need to stand up to these people and not let these people take your peace of mind. I also feel like do not lash out when people come with responsibilities for you. I'm hearing watch your tongue. So be careful how you respond to these pressures at work. Or if you came in here asking if applying for this job, where would it lead me, or how would this job be? Well, there'll be a lot of frustrations. You're gonna have to put a lot of strong boundaries with other coworkers. I feel like people are gonna want to make you do things for them. Maybe stack up on the workload, and you're gonna have to be very, very firm on your foundation and your boundaries with these people and defend yourself. Not let these people put on pressures and work that is their responsibility on you. The advice is Athelene. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Athelene. Nobility, grace, and gratitude. So the message of this card is focus on one deed at a time to kind of release or delegate, right? Be like, this is not my job. You do yours. I did mine. Don't sacrifice yourself. I'm also hearing don't be influenced by other people. So I feel like maybe because you feel like you're the new person in this job and you don't want to stand up to these people or cause some type of chaos, but what you're doing is sacrificing yourself. Okay, so be careful with that. Don't sacrifice your needs to please others. That's another message that is coming strongly. I'm also hearing be graceful with how you say no. Remember how I said don't lash out? That I heard watch your tongue. So again, be graceful when you say no. You don't have to be mean about it. I'm also hearing don't be cruel. And remember your blessings. Count your blessings. I'm also hearing be kind and be patient. Be patient and graceful with yourself. And create firm boundaries. Self-sacrifice is a big thing. Don't let people do that to you, or don't do it to yourself. Stand up for what you need and tell these other people to do their own job if they're putting on jobs on you that are not your responsibility. So that was the message for option number 2. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And we're moving on with option 3. Option 3. What is the message? Is this the right job for me? Let's see. Ooh, I love this card. The 8 of Cups. I love the image. I love the color. I love everything about this card. So the 8 of Cups. This is telling me that some of you have been in this job for quite a while. Maybe 8 years. Maybe 8 months. I feel like you've given it all to this job. And I feel like you're not climbing up the ladder that you wanted to climb. They're not promoting you. They're not recognizing your sacrifice, your sweat, tears, and blood in this job. And I feel like some of you are ready to walk away. I feel like some of you use this job as a stepping stone as well. And now you're looking for something better, for a big change. I feel like some of you are ready to leave this job or abandon it. And I'm hearing, if you're thinking of changing jobs, this is it. This is the sign of changing your job. I'm also feeling like you found a hobby that you think you can make it into a job or a business, and they're telling you yes. I feel like some of you already feel that you're not on the right path with this job. You're seeking something better, something more fulfilling, because this did not fulfill you in any way, this job. I feel like you weren't, you're not being valued, and you're looking for something better. And let's see what the advice is. Enchanted, beguiled, and unspelled, elf struck, number 18. So with this fairy, her message is follow your passion. I feel like some of you have, like I said, found a hobby, found something that you feel that you can make it work and make some income out of it. I also feel with her, there is, yes, you know, you are being bedazzled, and you're being, make sure you're not, how can I put this into words? Make sure you're not being carried away with the idea of this new passion, of this new thrill, that you forget that there are other things to consider. There's a lot of things to consider. For example, if you want to do your own business on something like a hobby of some sort, you could keep this job as a part-time and do the other one as a part-time as well to see where it leads. Don't just, leave the job and just, take a big risk. There's a lot to consider. Yes, some of you are looking for something better, but we got to be rational about these decisions. And maybe, if you were full-time, go to part-time and then look for something else, or follow that hobby, that passion, that new joy that you found. But I'm hearing there's a lot to consider. Okay, there's a lot to consider. So you gotta, with that, it's talking about how you're gonna figure out how you're gonna pay your job if you leave this job. I'm just hearing there's a lot to consider. So make sure we're not taking, we're not being the fool here and just jumping off a cliff without thinking about our responsibilities. So they're telling you, yes, there is better possibilities for you. Just keep in mind, stay practical. Remember that there are things to pay, like rent, utility, car insurance, all these things that we need to pay. So maybe you can start off the other job as a part-time and stay with this one and see where it leads you, and see if you could, make a firm foundation for yourself. But I do see that you're not happy in this job. You are undervalued, and you're looking for something else. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope this resonated with you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.